Um, the rain let up. How's about that? I came by this morning and there was a river coming through here. Yeah. So we want to welcome everybody and continuing to put this series out, sponsored by Alexander and Baldwin, previously through Castle Foundation. And we're happy to announce that this is something that looks like will be perpetual. And we'll continue to bring music and hula. So the I Love Hula series in Kailua and Kanikapila in Kailua music series. And I'm so happy these guys are here today. Pomai and I were involved in a mural project in Waimanalo the past couple of weeks, bringing mo'olelo, kupuna, children, educational, history, mele, with the history of some Windward area iconic musicians like Palani Vaughn, Gabby Painui, Auntie Jano Kiave, Auntie Nikki Hines. And so Pomai was there along with Bla Pahinui and representatives of the other families. But it was so awesome where the kids had an opportunity to come up with the concept for the mural and also be a part in laying all the base colors on the mural. So getting them involved. So this kind of cultural stuff we're involved with the community is something that we feel honored to be a part of, to help bring more awareness to the community and to the people and all the different generations. So as we do the multi-generational approach of what was brought before us, how we protect what we have now and how we preserve what we have for the future generations, this is all a part of that. So I want to welcome some of these other iconic musicians. So what these three here represent, I'm guessing about 75, 80 years collaboratively between the three of them. Whoa. And when you add up about, Ke'au was playing upright bass when he was like 12 months old. Ke'au Costa involved in Nahoku award-winning musicians and collaborative efforts. Something about a big hand for Ke'au Costa.
Aloha.
Keone, I went to high school with his dad, with Kaneohe families, and he's another one that's been performing and playing in and out of collaborative efforts with different groups and music for a few decades now, and we just really honor the fact that they can come and collaboratively come together and give their energy and their music today. So once again, put your hands together for Pomaikai Lyman and the music they present for you today.
Aloha.
Aloha.
I know. Did he finish introducing everybody? Mr. Keone Souza.
Of course you did.
Yeah? Yeah. And Mr. Ke'au Costa. So mahalo for being here with us this afternoon. It's our first time here at this beautiful venue. What an awesome thing to be able to go shopping and just hear live Hawaiian music next to your car.
All right.
Hope you enjoy.
Aloha.
Aloha no Honolulu Iaua kukalahale Kanukua o mama Aua e nei mahope Kau mai ana mahamua Ina malua olele Kukui amau Ia ole ike kawaua Aloha no Honolulu I taua kukalahale Kanukua o mama Aua e nei mahope Kau mai ana mahamua Ina malulua olele Kukui amau Pia ole I te tauaura Au aku I he Kailoa Haoni mai ana o upoholu Hoko mo ia mahu kona I ka makania papa E wiki oi a panei E ai o ka vai hai A ho o hai hai na Ka makani ku e huale Au aku I ke Kailoa Haoni mai ana o upoholu Hoko mo ia mahu kona I ka makania paapa E wiki oe a panei E ai o tawai hai A ho o hai hai na ulu Ka makani tu e huale
Let's see if Kavika joined this right.
A nice round of applause for Security Tools, everybody.
Thanks for letting me practice.
Ha'alele ka mauna loa Aisha polai a oko Hoko mo ia ho o kena Ai ta pewa o ka manini Ai na mai ka buana Kai ke nona kona Ano kona ke kai malino Kaulana I ta lehu lehu Halele ka mauna loa I ta pola ia o kohona Hoko mo ia ho o kena Ai ta pewa o ka mani Aina mai ka puana Ka heke nona pona Ano kona ke kai mani no Kaulana I ta lehu lehu Ano kona ke kai mani no Kaulana I ta lehu lehu
Nami o manoa Hawehita ua Pa'ua tuhoine Kupa Hoda aina Kanikapila. Does it make you funny on the bass drum?
I feel like I'm too violent.
Slapper.
Feed your bass.
I gotta feed my bass here. Yes. Haina ia mai hana kabuana he nani o manoa pei haita ua tua hine haita ua tua hine haita ua tua hine. Yes.
Mahalo. And that's what we call our round robin opening, where we all take a turn singing our music. For those of you who are unfamiliar, I am the granddaughter of a legendary musician who has taught me a lot of what I know and probably most of what I do, though there's some things that she would still correct me on, like showing up at a gig without flowers in my hair. But I think I learned to speak better and to stand taller. So I'm learning slowly, but now I have a chance to yell at my daughter how she yelled at me also. She never yelled at me. She firmly corrected me on stage. But my grandmother is Genoa Keave, and so a lot of the music that we sing or that I present is music that I've heard growing up as a young girl, and it's all I've ever known, and the sound is very unique. It's something that I've only known, and so I hope that you enjoy the music that I have to share with you. And it's a plus for me to be in the middle of these two guys because, we in Hawaii have this unique style of leo ki'eki'e, which is, characteristic of a high soprano sound, but when the kane sing it, it's even more astonishing, and they call it falsetto, Hawaiian falsetto, yeah? So we're gonna hear that all day, or for at least the next hour or so. And so one of the songs that I can remember being a hit, my grandmother started playing music. She played all over the place. She played strolling music at the Willows. She was strolling at Duke's, while I was here. Before I was born, she played at Aloha Grill, Club Polynesia, and all of those places that I only hear about but never actually had the chance to go and visit. But the gig that she had before she passed in 2008 was at the Waikiki Beach Marriott, formerly known as the Hawaiian Regent Hotel. And there was a song that people would always request there. So I'd like to do that one for you. And it's a song that you don't hear too many people singing, but I know these guys know it. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to turn over a verse or two to these folks here. You might know it's a song written by Harry Owens for his daughter. It was always requested at the Marriott, so we'll do that song for you today. It's called Nani Helena.
I'm hurting already.
Maybe time for warm up.
And that's how I learned to sing. My grandma would call me up on stage. We would pick a song and she would start playing. And if I couldn't sing in her key, too bad. So this next song I'd like to do for you is a song taking us to the outer island, Kauai. I'm going to bring my daughter up. She's here. So Ziona is number 3 of 4. And we're going to do this song for you called Nani Wai Ale Ale.
Go
And that's Ziona. We would like to invite all of you who are standing on the outskirts, or any of you, please fill in the empty chairs. Come have a seat. We have all these chairs for everyone to use. I was told to invite you all here. So my tutu's music and hula was always the focus, yeah? She knew that the music was made for the hula and the hula was made for the music. And the two were meant to complement one another. So if you listen to a lot of my grandmother's recordings, you'll rarely hear fancy introductions or pa'anis, because her purpose was to create CDs or records that the halau could practice to. Yeah, because a lot of the times when they were learning the hula, they didn't have any music that they could practice to, and so she wanted to get as many songs out there for the halau so they could have something to rehearse to. So she always tried to limit her pa'anis so that they were able to do that.
What are pa'anis, Ray? What are pa'anis?
What are pa'anis or holo? I've heard Auntie Edith Kanakaole and her kauluvehi o Kekai, she yells holo, and the musicians just take off. So a pa'ani is the instrumental interlude or the solo, yeah? So when you're singing a verse and then we vamp and then she says pa'ani or holo, then that's when they can show off at that time, yeah?
Take off.
And so that was always another attribute of her performing live, is that she made sure to feature her musicians. So we'll do another round robin for you. This is going to be a fun collection of hula numbers. If you know any of the hula numbers, please feel free to get up and dance. This is Ohana style. Mahalalo
he no au e hopo onala ka ui hane le kau kandila hoka e me kakana poli onala ka huo te mai au puni.
Fast for me.
Ia mai ka puana maloko mai o yo kuvina o pihani o kohola e pai.
See you skipping. Don't blame it on the mic.
Haina ia mai puana la maloko mai o yo kuvina o pihani o kohola e pai la i te pono hina pai o pua.
Uala ino vaula. E ho oi pona lai, me ke aloha lai. Uala hino vau lai, me kaliko kale hua lai. E ho oi pona lai, me ke aloha lai. E ho apili pa'a lai, hano ni nei lai. Mare i mai oi lai, hamaku poni lai. E hoa kui lima lai, i te one o malama lai. Malama i o oe lai, ki aloha te uha lai. O kai pu'u vai lai, me taro kai lai. Hei ai ka nona lai, ui po lai. E o a maunua lai, kuluku maupua lai. Haputa i te ao lai, ha malama lai. One on the bass. Hai na kapuana lai, haka tupua lai. Kaliko kali ua lai, hana ue lai.
Haina ka puana lai, haka tupua lai.
Kaliko kali ua lai, hana ue lai.
Oh my goodness. If you folks could hear what's being yelled behind me.
Oh, you guys don't want to hear it.
So I recently had the chance to tour with a group to Taiwan, and I had kuleana, a responsibility of performing a few numbers with them. And one of those numbers is a song that was composed by a good friend of my tutu. Her name was Auntie Irmgard Farden Aluli. It's one of my favorite songs to sing, but my tutu used to call it the other Hawaiian wedding song. But this is a song that you might be familiar with. It's called Emaliumai.
I would come running back home if I heard that song.
So nice. Look, he gave me a flower to wear.
Sweet.
And I put it over here because I have this, yeah.
And if you did drive here today, Kavika said you might want to go in the parking lot and check your windows after that song.
Not. No, they haven't heard you folks really give it yet.
Please, it doesn't go that high, girl.
All right. Do we have any hula dancers in the audience? I have a feeling you might know this next song. This next song was composed by another, friend of Tutu's and one of our kupuna that's treasured here, Auntie Edith Kanakaole, who the stadium is named after in Hilo, where they hold the Merry Monarch Festival every year. I just learned that this song was actually inspired by her drive out while she was on Oahu to the North Shore. She was making her way out to Laie, and along the way, if you've ever made that drive out to where PCC is, you are driving all along the coast, and so the water, the shore washing up. But she noticed all of the different types of limu. You have the limu lipoa, the limu kohu. And so this song was written about the delicacies of our ocean that we love to put into our food, yeah? So how many of you eat poke? Poke? Yeah? Not pocky. Poke? Yeah? You like limu on your poke? Yes, so do I. So we'll do this song for you, and if you know it, you're welcome to come up and hula for us, or you can hula right where you are. Okay? dancers.
Oh.
Kalamai, so much action up here. This flower won't stay, but mahalo. Oh. Yeah, I don't have a bobby pin on me, but that's okay. That's okay. She go for now. So I'm on stage with these talented guys. I want to make sure I feature them, and so we're gonna turn the stage over to Ke'au to do a song. Do a song of your choice as a solo. What is your star song? I have a list.
I want to know.
Go ahead, give me one.
No, you do what you want.
Okay, that's all.
Yes.
We have our.
I was just gonna say a tutu song. Okay, go ahead.
Let's go now to our friend in the audience.
Yeah.
Lynn,
Oh.
this is for you. We have multiple friends in the audience. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Nick.
But this song is for Lynn. She's always there for us,
Finish
always
your food.
All the time.
taking pictures and documenting and supporting us, flying to other islands when we're performing there as well. So thanks for being here today.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Lynn
Lynn
Piccoli.
Piccoli.
How do we say it?
Piccoli.
With an accent.
Song entitled Hupe Kole. Maybe next time.
Do any of you know what a hupikole is? Does anybody know what hupikole is?
Snot rocket.
Snot. He said snot rock. So you know how when you were little children and you used to run around and your nose used to run and you just didn't care. You let it run. So that's what they're referring to in the mele, is the hupe kolea. When I was a little girl, I used to run around and I had this runny nose. Yeah, so it talks all about what life was like at that time. Do you remember? Hanabara days, that's what we call it, yeah. Okay, it is now Keone's turn, and he is going to be doing a song, but he's also going to invite his wife up to dance a song, who's here as well. Oh, she went inside?
She went to the store.
Oh, she left the kids
Tells
in
you
the
how
car.
she really feels about me, yeah?
Speaking the husband watch the kids.
Oh, she went
She's
to the
spending
beauty store.
At Auto Beauty.
Since we're right here.
How convenient, yeah? Kavika, you might want to think about moving this venue, bro.
Yeah. Keone might want to go inside during the gig. Okay, Nick, are you done?
Nicholas is done.
Okay. Let me know. We have Mr. Nick Masagatani that we're going to invite up to sing with us. Yes.
Talented
Please.
musician, one of our friends.
All right. Before we ask if there are any requests. Yeah, we're going to wait for Mahina to come back out, and then he's going to sing for her. Before we ask for any requests, we're going to do this number. It's a song that I haven't done for a while. You know, after my tutu passed, I had conversations with people that I would consider mentors. And one of them was O'Brien Eselu, who was a very close friend of our tutu. And I had a nice long discussion with him, and he said one of many things, but this was one song that he encouraged me to continue to sing, and it's one of the first songs I ever learned from her that she recorded on a 78 record. Do you own any 78s? Yeah? Those were the one song records. It was one song, yes? Yes, one song on one side and one song on the other side. Right. Yes, and they're thick, they're hard, yeah. Like you could fling them. Yeah. They're not floppy like the 33s, and the 45s were small floppies. But the 78 was solid. Yes, one song. So anyway, this is one song that she sang. It's called, I learned it my senior year of high school, and so it was really relevant at the time. A song that refers to a child who is going away from home for a time, but telling his or her mom or mama not to worry. I'm going to go, I'm going to have my fun, but please don't worry, don't cry for me, I will return. And so this is a song that you don't hear too often, but I had the chance to perform with her on stage at the Waikiki Shell with the Makaha Sons. So, e mama e. E mama e. Mai
I give up.
That was beautiful.
What happened to my harmonies? So that was one song, E Mama E. I haven't sung it in a while, so mahalo for inspiring me to bring that out today. She came back, so we'd like to invite Mahina. Mahina, come. Mahina is a very established dancer in Waikiki and throughout the world. She's traveled the world and won the heart of this guy over here who probably played at one of the gigs and yeah, knocked her up. They had 2 children who are in the car. Any more coming?
Nick?
Did you say Nick? So we'd like to invite, ladies and gentlemen, this is the beautiful Mahina Souza.
She's been a
Mahina
Souza for the
Souza.
last 6
I'm
years
so
now.
She's always a McFarlane to me.
And she's gonna kill me after this. Literally, we ran out the door and she threw on a sweater.
I wish I looked like that when I just run out the door and throw on a sweater. Yeah.
What song we gonna do? Should been doing a song entitled Pola Ilai, talking about that moonlight stroll, which is for sure not happening tonight because you're gonna be pissed after this.
No. This is a beautiful song written by our tutu Auntie Mary Kavena Pukui. She's one of the 2 people who worked on the Hawaiian language dictionary. So if you own one of those, Mary Kavena Pukui is the one who helped to put that together so that we can make sure to continue our language. And so, beautiful song. One of my favorites.
Kauai ka hola Pomahina ilai Ke kilo ho'ona te ia Ina hoku o kalani Kauai ka hola I ka pomahina ilai Ke kilo ho'ona
Ahulia tuta uaiu
pukui.
Wali ke mena hoku
E kauana i nā pai. Aina mai ka pua, o ka pomahina ai. O olono ana i ke kāi, hone hone a ka ukulele. Aina mai ka puana, o ka pomahina lai lai. Ho olono ana i ke kāi, hone hone a tautu lele. Beautiful, Mahina Susan. Sangatara pola i lai.
Don't be mad at him, Mahina. All right, it looks like he's done eating, so we want to invite him up. Nick, I haven't heard you in a long time live. Nick, please. We have another one of Hawaii's special male vocalists that sing falsetto, and I love it. So we're going to invite him up. Is he playing bass or ukulele or guitar, or what is he doing? Which one? He can do all of them. Uku. Awesome. You know, I want you to pay attention because, you know, this is actually a thing. You know, I met the Dr. Trujillo, was a UH professor who had shared with us, you know, how many of you have seen the Hawaiian Rainbow DVD? Yeah, so there was a part on there where they talk about the evolution of our music and how it later became a thing when the Paniolo came to Hawaii. They would hear these beautiful women singing in, you know, singing in the high soprano range. And so the men, hearing, I guess, on the radio or wherever it was, wanted to imitate the women. And when they do that, they have this natural kind of break in their voice. And so it's called, I learned from Raitea yesterday that it's called a split resonance. And we call it the ha'i, the Hawaiian yodel. But it became so characteristic that even the women would try to imitate the men who were imitating the women, right? So that's where we have the women singing with that beautiful ha'i sound. And today we just call it leo ki'e ki'e. So just for educational purposes, and you know that when a man is singing in that high range, it's called falsetto. When a woman is singing in the high range, it's simply called soprano. Okay, so women do not sing falsetto. And if women sing falsetto, we have a problem. So I like to feature Mr. Nick Masagatani.
Jeez. I'm gonna come to watch you guys play for play. Very eras.
Get used to it.
Get used to it,
Oh no. You can video this, Lynn.
False start.
Kapua o tamakahala, mai ohala, mai oe. Itabirina Kia ora ni Susa, kia ora Costa.
Beautiful voice of Nicholas
Pomaikai.
Masagatani. Hana ho!
So,
You ain't gonna get off that easy, boy.
I lost my voice a couple weeks ago when I was coming back from Japan.
You lost your manly voice.
And it still has not returned. It's somewhere out there. In Hawaii, we call this, or in our line of work, we call this job security.
Just having some fun over here. But this is.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good. You're gonna start with me.
Someone said a no play rocking chair. Ooh.
Easy with that bass drum.
Nicholas Masagatani.
Oh, he's gonna dance now.
Wasn't that sweet? Beautiful. All right. So here's a song that I know you should be familiar with, written by Uncle Kavika Chong as he was watching the hula dancers in Waikiki. Another classic hula number for you. Mahalo, Nick. Where are you going?
inviting him by the rules.
First say that slow.
That's what happens when you're confused. Just be you, Mary.
You see what I mean?
Oh, hush. Oh, kapako mane atamaina ang Okay, girl. Back to you, baby. Tell them.
Wow. For sure, you got to check your windows after that one. Big hand for Pomaikai. And the boys, Kiao Costa, Keone Souza. Anaho, one more. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Anaho, gang.
All right. So we have a very special celebration happening at this time. About a little over a week ago, we got to celebrate Tutu's 100th birthday. She was born October 31st, 1918. And so we lost her in 2008. So at the same time, we're celebrating 10 years of her, losing her from this physical life. But we know that she continues to live on. And, her recordings have been a blessing to many of us. So in the past week, we've had the opportunity not only to celebrate her life, but to also celebrate her by unveiling a mural that is now placed in Waimanalo on the Waimanalo Feed and Supply shop over there. If you're looking at the wall in the 7-Eleven parking lot side, there are 4 icons on that wall, and one of them is our Tutu. The other 3 are, of course, Waimanalo community members, Gabby Pahinui, Palani Vaughn, and Auntie Nikki Hines. And so if you're ever driving out that side, you won't notice it driving into Waimanalo, but as soon as you come out, if you see Jack in the Box, you look on the other side of the street, you should be able to see it right away. But our Tutu has turned 100, and so we celebrate her. So we're gonna do this number in honor of her. listen to some Hawaiian music. Once again on guitar, we have Mr. Keone Souza.
Aloha.
On bass, we have Kel Costa.
Aloha. And ladies and gentlemen, Pomaikai Lyman.
Aloha.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Have a good evening. Aloha.